my second video law regarding the law of manifesting and law of attraction. Again, quite general, so I can cover a lot of material, but as we go on, the material will become a little bit more concise and involved, and as they say, more into the meat and potatoes of it all. So with that said, I'm absolutely sure that we've all manifested things in our lives on different levels, whether we were aware of it or not, whether we knew what we was doing or not. The laws of attraction are always working. The teachers of this subject tells us to be very direct and specific in our asking process. The Holy Scriptures says to be specific in our request. I mean, there's little things, many little things that let us know that there's something bigger than us working in and out of this universe. For example, thinking of a person that you haven't heard from in a long time, then you get a call from them or hear something from them or about them. Thinking of a song, and then it comes on next on the radio, or it's on when you turn the radio on. A lot of people chalk these up as just coincidence. Maybe. I guess I'd like to use this opportunity to talk about some of the things that I've attracted. And this would be part 2 of some of the things part 1 of some of the things I've attracted. I myself have attracted many things in my life, such as apparel, money, people, situations, and probably more than that, and just wasn't aware or haven't been aware of it. One of the things I'd like to share right now is that I've attracted this study material. The first piece of study material that I've attracted was the book Beyond Positive Thinking. And one of the things I've learned, and that is engraved in my heart, and that comes off the top of my head, is the fact that every opportunity that we're looking for is also looking for us. We just have to sit down and identify it. The perfect example is if you're looking for a car. When you specify that car, I want it to be this color with these many doors, these rims, the interior looking like this, and so what and so much, or whatnot. I mean, once you identify this vehicle, you're going to see this exact vehicle everywhere. Going to your friends and relatives' house, going to church, going to school, going to work, taking out the garbage. But before you identified this car, if it was sitting in your living room, you wouldn't even have noticed it. That's interesting. Then I've attracted the other study material, The Secret. I ran across the actual DVD before any other thing, but I shared that with a coworker. You know how guys get together and chop it up and things like that. Well, I shared that exact statement of the opportunity that I just alluded to a coworker of mine, and he looked at me and said, "Man, it sounds like you might enjoy this particular material called The Secret. Have you ever heard of it before?" I said, "No, not at all." To be honest with you guys, in my head I said, with my busy schedule, I never get a chance to either. But what came out of my mouth was, "Man, that sounds like some pretty interesting stuff. I gotta check it out." Maybe 2 days later, when I was at school, this was the first day of this particular teacher aid, and after class ended like around 10:30 at night. Me and her was walking down the stairway, and I decided to share, we was introducing ourselves and things like this, and I decided to share that exact statement that I shared with my coworker to her. She looked at me and said, "Young man, have you ever heard of The Secret?" You gotta imagine what's going on in my mind at the moment. I'm looking at her, my mouth dropped, my eyes are big, if you can imagine that, and I'm like, oh my God, just days ago a coworker just said the same exact thing to me after me saying the exact same thing I just said to you, to him. She said to me, "The next time I see you, I have a copy for you." Needless to say, the next time I saw her, I was doing my clinicals. She had a copy for me. I viewed it for the first time, and oh my God, it has changed my life ever since. I'm gonna make a video number 2 of some more things that I've attracted. But one thing I didn't say that I'm gonna say that I should have said in the first video, the introduction to this material, was that with these study materials, it's not like you can read this for just one time or view this material one time and say, by George, I think I got it. What do you think is meant when you hear the word study? These are things that you're going to have to meditate on to kind of understand it. You know, it's almost like anything else. When we were learning the alphabet, we didn't just get a sheet of paper that had all letters and that was it. No, we had to constantly learn the alphabet to get it engraved in us and to understand the principles of it and things of that nature. You understand what I'm saying? So, second video, signing out.